This is Sports Chasers, where real fans get real sports talk. No hot takes, no narratives, just objective perspective, honest debate, and everything happening across the sports landscape. Now, let's join the chase.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday to everybody. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday, and I hope you're having a great week, man. This is the Sports Chasers, man, coming to you live and direct on the Thursday night, man. Before we get into everything, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit the bells for all the notification. And those that listen on the sound of my voice, you give us that what? That 1, that 2, that 3, that 4, the what? The 5-star review, 5-star review. The review helps us with the algorithm and things of that nature. Love us or hate us, let us know how we're doing, as you so eloquently do every week, whether it be on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I don't know who caught the strays this week, man, but hey, y'all been doing it, and we welcome it. We absolutely do. Let's meet the crew. Dan, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. Getting ready for the battle of the Keystone State. Flyers, Pens. Looking forward to that.
The Flyers.
A lot to get into.
Yes, sir. The Flyers, the Pens are on, man, and let's get to the DA. DA, how are you tonight, sir?
Well, I'm good, man. Glad to be here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ready to get into it because, unfortunately, life is happening. So,
yeah.
We good.
Yeah, D might have to step off here in a little bit, man, but we're going to get into it, man. To shout out to all those that's in the chat. Thank you for letting you know how you feel and all that stuff. So, hey, go in the chat, man. Let us know what's up. Who's your team? Who you rocking with? Hey, is your team still not having a how can I say it? Not having a coach, man. With that said, I'm going to get into the news. I'm going to kind of work myself frontwards to backwards, man, as far as the coaching carousels with the NFL team. So we'll start with some NFL news tonight, man. And I'm going to go right to it. John Harbaugh, this from CBS Sports. Here in a minute. Hold on one second here. D-Dubs is there. Did we get him in? Yeah, he's there with my picture on there. There he goes. And he's looking like he's at the eye doctor again. Number 1, number 2. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Number 2, there you go.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Oh my God.
D-Dubs is giant out.
Oh.
Yes, he is. Let me set it up here from CBS Sports again. From Jared Dubbin. He says that today, the Giants hired John Harbaugh. The New York Giants are finalizing a deal to make former Baltimore Ravens coach John Harbaugh their next head coach. After firing Brian Daboll in November, quick turnaround. Harbaugh was one of the hottest coaching names on the market, and the Giants moved fast to secure him. Great in the move high early in the offensive offseason cycle. Harbaugh's resume. Let's talk about Harbaugh. Brings an extensive and successful coaching background, including an 18-year run in Baltimore with a Super Bowl win and numerous playoff appearances. Super Bowl. Believe 52 there. I think 52 there. Contract expectations. Reports suggest a long-term high-value contract around 5 years and approximately $100 million total. A significant investment in leadership. Giants context. New York finished 4-13 in 2025 and has struggled with consistency. Hiring Harbaugh signals a cultural and leadership reset. I said that this morning. With young talent like quarterback Jackson Dart and the assets in the draft, Harbaugh's task will be to integrate his system and build a winning culture in the NFC East. Experience and playoff success versus rebuilding challenges in New York. He says also immediate credibility versus Giants past coaching hires that didn't pan out. I'm gonna pass this to D-Dubs. First of all, D-Dubs, give me those past coaching hires. Let's talk about that first.
Oh, hold on. I didn't know you're gonna set it up like that. Hold on. But
yeah.
I could tell you the last what we had coming off of
Brian Daboll.
No. Coming off of Coach Coughlin. Then we
since Super Bowl, yes.
Yeah. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds on that. Yeah, I sent y'all that this morning, right? Because
yeah, absolutely. You got it.
How'd you save that from the burn barrel?
Huh?
That gear. I thought that would have got burned.
No, not at all. Not at all. Come on, Dan.
I got you, kid. I got you. Ben McAdoo Steve Spagnuolo, Pat Shermer, Joe Judge, Brian Dable, and Mike Kafka.
There you go.
All right, D-Dubs, go ahead and dive into it and let the other fellas play along.
What we talking about? I mean, I don't think that. I mean, we tried the coordinator route. We've since Coughlin. We don't. It was time to put an adult in the room, so to speak, because we hadn't had that since, man. I mean, not trying to even be funny, man. Yo, these guys was good coordinators. Some of them, I believe. No, I don't think nobody other than what Pat Shermer. Shermer was a coordinator. McAdoo, coordinator. We tried that already. It was time to get one of these experienced head coach who's been in the game for a minute, and we're going. That was the fit for the Giants. I didn't see nothing else. We tried everything else. It was time to go back to, that type of style coach. I mean, again, I don't think there's nobody saying that this is a bad job for the Giants, for the coach to have. So I'm happy. I'm happy. I said it from the gate that this is who I wanted. When I started hearing rumblings of the Ravens talking about, they're not happy. There's problems between him and Lamar allegedly. They said the owner said that's not true, but yeah, this is the best fit. I mean, what say you?
I said this morning to give some context to it. Around 7:00 this morning, on my way in to the other gig.
Oh, I was happy when I woke up this morning. Go ahead.
I was happy too, but we have a crowd agitator. I'm just gonna call him that, man. He'll have his piece to say. But I would say this. I would say this. I'm absolutely happy that the Giants did what they did, and I read those names off, and we haven't done anything, man. In fact, the Giants have become a laughingstock. Absolutely, they've become a laughingstock. You got players sleeping in the classroom, players allegedly watching porn while they're supposed to be.
Yeah, with all that, but guess what we got? Guess what we got now? That won't be. We got stability, and that stuff won't be happening. I guarantee you. All that's not going to happen.
Yep.
We got young talent. I think he'll be able to mold that talent and get exactly what he wants from them. And I would think this is about a 6 year thing. 4 years, we would start, the next 2 to 3 years, we should start, seeing playoff time. They got the talent to do that.
Yeah, got it. I'm going to give it to Dan, and Dan is the toxic one and agitator, I'm going to call him. Dan, what you say? What say you, sir? Dan started a lot of, what time is it? It's not time. Dan started a lot of trouble in our chat this morning, man. So go ahead.
He tried to, but I wasn't going to let him poo-poo on me. Nope. Wasn't going to let it happen.
Hey, golf clap. Congratulations.
Hold on. There you go.
Was not going to let Dan do that to me. Nope.
Yep, you got who you wanted. But here's the thing. He's the head coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he calling the plays on offense or defense?
No, Todd Monken looks like he's going to be calling the plays on the offense. They have a defense guy. Todd Monken. Yeah.
Where did he coach last?
He coached. He sounded like a defense attorney. He coached with him in Baltimore, Dan. Yes.
Oh, why did Harbaugh get fired?
Listen, he got fired over.
I'm just asking.
Monken.
Because he wouldn't part ways with the OC.
Yeah.
Guess what? You got him back. What has he won with Lamar?
We ain't got to work. The Giants don't have to worry about Lamar.
You got Jackson Dart. Is he Lamar?
Jackson Dart. He doesn't have to be Lamar.
MVP?
He don't have to. Let's get that right. He doesn't have to be Lamar.
I know. I understand that. But are they going to run scataboo late in the fourth quarter when they need to run out the clock, or are they going to be passing the football?
Do I have to see on a on a 3rd and 14 them trying to run the ball with the what was that whatchamacallit up the middle? I listen, man, this is going to be a refreshing for the Giants fans. We're going to see something different we ain't seen since Coughlin days. At least we're going to see something different, I think.
All I'm saying is temper your expectations.
Absolutely. No, that's fair. I'm not saying that we're going to run to the Super Bowl. Of course we have to temper it. And any Giant fan that think that they're going to the Super Bowl next year, come on, pump your brakes. No, it's going to take a little bit of time. But that's the problem. This is the problem in the NFL, this culture of thinking that once you get a coach, you immediately go into the Super Bowl, because sometimes you might get somebody catches lightning in a bottle, and you propel up, skyrocket up, and get to the Super Bowl. It doesn't happen for every team. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, respect, but I'm this Giant fan. My expectation is always low, and I'm just keeping it real. We should have won. I mean, hell, we could have won 6 games this year if we want to really keep it funky. Some of these games that we lost was crazy. We shouldn't have lost it.
Denver.
Yeah, that was the beginning of that. Yeah, absolutely.
You understand? Dallas, we could have easily, if we really. Yeah, I'm just saying. I just think that if we keep it real, the next 2 years we should start seeing improvement, a turnaround. 3rd, 4th year, we should start taking a run deep into the playoffs. Year 5, if not get there. That's my expectation.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, Dan. Or DA.
Let me get DA, and then I'll get Dan to rebut to that. Go ahead, DA.
It's a good hire. That's all I can say. He will reinvigorate the team. He'll put some discipline around the team, and they'll start to do better. Monken, we'll see what offense he runs. I think he has what's the kid name? Jackson Dart has a lot of talent, a lot of upside. I think we'll see what Scatterboo looks like coming back, but they have 2 running backs there that are pretty good. We'll see what happens with Neighbors. The offensive line has to get better, and I think they'll address that this draft for sure. Defensive line has to get better, and I think they'll address that in free agency. But I think it's a good hire for them because they need an experienced guy. And the biggest reason was because they didn't fire their GM. So it takes an experienced coach to come through and say, "Oh, listen, man, I'm going to be the coach / GM," and that's what Harbaugh is going to do. So, because his name is bigger than the GM's name, so we'll wait and see what happens. But I think it'll be good for the Giants, man. Next year is going to be tough. I think they got the NFC West next year. So I don't know who they play in the AFC. It's probably the Central, right? So Harbaugh is going to have to coach against the Ravens next year. As far as the AFC component of who they have to play next year. So should be very interesting, man. Should be very interesting. But I think the Giants, it was the right move for them.
That's right.
Because I think Atlanta was going to snatch him. Either job was a good job because I think Atlanta's a better team right now. But either job is a good job. I just think Atlanta has a little bit more
talent.
They have more talent, but they have like a losing aura there. Like they haven't won anything, so like they are going to stay kind of Is that they just have a stink on them, a losing stink.
So what does Matt Ryan being the president now? If I think that's
it'll get better, but he has to find a coach. But see, they can do the young coach thing because the reality is that they don't have real expectations.
No,
unfortunately, the Giants have real expectations, man.
Right.
Because they are in the NFC East, and so they got Dallas every year. They got Philly, and they have who the hell is it?
Washington.
So it's going to be interesting. So I really don't have any problem with what they're doing. Believe me when I tell you, I really don't. I think it's a good move.
Yeah. I mean, yo, listen. I mean, Kevin, did you mention Joe Judge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Shermer, Joe Judge, Steve Spagnuolo, Ben McAdoo. Yo, Mike Kafka he was the intro. We tried it. We tried it all. Now, we finally got what I think needs to, at least put us over, get us solid on the coaching standpoint. Yo, we got Learjet Johnny, man. They brought us the Learjet for John. Hey, man, there was no miss. We was going to get him. Learjet Johnny. That's who he is now.
I was afraid Miami would have did it, but to what
I wasn't.
DA said the Giants were a better situation than going back down to Miami.
Listen, man, the man is 63 years old. You think, come on, he only got so much time.
Right.
Then he want to maximize it. I mean, if you want to say, yeah, Atlanta is and we talked about it last week. I think Atlanta is probably the better job, but your uncertainty is that quarterback position. Giants side, we already know who it is. You know what I'm saying? He's young too, but you already know. Penix is a little bit injury. What's his name? Kurt Cobain, Kirk Cousins. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We good. Good hire, man. Giants did it. Giants did what they were supposed to do. That's how you do it.
Gotcha. Dan, I'll let you finish up the Giant talk here, and we'll get to your Steelers here in a second. Like I said, I'm working backwards a little bit tonight.
I mean, it's who they wanted. They got who they wanted. Now it's wait and see how it goes. But really, the structure, discipline, they're going to get that now. And maybe that's possibly what's been ailing your team since the Super Bowl years.
I think. Go ahead.
That's a fact. And just hopefully, and just to put a bow on it, pin it. Listen, hopefully I mean, there's 9 jobs, 8 to 9 jobs open, if I'm not mistaken.
This is bothering D-Dubs, by the way.
This is definitely bothering me because I think I mean, all of us combined watching football. How many have we ever seen this many jobs? And I'm probably the youngest one out of all of us, right? Do you remember seeing this many jobs open?
Not really.
I mean, usually there's 5 or 6.
5 or 6 jobs, even 5 or 6
on a busy year.
Okay, it bothers me because I think this culture of just firing people after 1 year. I get it. Maybe if you thought you had something, you didn't get it right the first time after one. It's just, man, how do you build stability if you keep on firing guys after a year, 2 years? It's impossible to build a team.
2 teams,
a culture.
Cleveland, Carolina,
yeah,
and the Raiders. How many coaches are they paying not to coach? At least each of those teams, probably 4 to 5 coaches.
I think
Ja Rule's still getting paid.
Gruden's getting
paid. Probably getting paid. Who's the other cat that they had there before him?
Who is that?
The Colts guy.
Oh, God, gee. I can't know who coached
him. Yeah,
but I mean,
that's from Philly.
Cleveland's a prime example.
Yeah,
but, I mean, how Zach Wilson is the only AFC North team coach not to get fired is beyond me.
Mm-hmm. And kudos to the Baltimore Ravens, and kudos. I think those teams need to be given credit for having a coach, staying with the coach, and building something. This is why they covered it. This is why Tomlin, if he could go and go to a team is snatching him up today. Any one of these teams left would snatch up Tomlin if it was possible. This is what I'm saying. Longevity, these guys coaching, I think it means something. It means something. It means something for us. I mean, young guys, I'm always willing to give you an opportunity. Everybody talk about retread, and I'm like, listen, that might be so, but Mike McCarthy's out there too, and I think he's a good coach. I think he can help somebody win. I'm just saying. NFL, I think we just need to stop. This carousel stuff got to stop. Kevin Stefanski's out there. He's about to get a job. Was he really the problem in with the Browns? We'll wait and see. I don't know. I don't think so.
Kevin Stefanski. Yeah, absolutely.
I bet you he's going to get a job though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think he'll definitely get a great job there. So let me move on here. Mike Tomlin has stepped down after 19 years leading the Pittsburgh Steelers, concluding one of the most stable, well, we just said it, coaching eras in the recent NFL history. Art Rooney II, Steelers president, said he wasn't shocked by Tomlin's decision, suggesting it was more expected given the circumstances. Rooney believes Tomlin's departure will likely impact Aaron Rodgers' future with the Steelers since Rodgers came to Pittsburgh to play for Tomlin. Tomlin's exit follows a 30-6 playoff loss to the Houston Texans, his final game as a head coach. Rodgers' career future is now uncertain. Emotional responses from him and teammates signal a major offseason decision may be ahead. Steelers now begin a head coach search, a rare event for a franchise that's had, get this, 4 coaches since 1969. I'll pass this on to Dan. Dan is the super Pittsburgh Steelers fan, Steelers Nation. Your whole thoughts on this, Dan? And we, like I said, we had a very good spirited conversation this morning, and I love it, man. I think dialogue is great, man. And Dan has been on record saying, man, he's tired of the one and done. Your thoughts on Tomlin? Y'all moving on from Tomlin, and who do y'all want?
Well, like we were talking about, like even before they played the Ravens, I said that that game is probably the guillotine game. Whichever coach loses, chop, you're done. And what happened? Harbaugh couldn't beat us again, so he ended up getting fired. And I think Harbaugh and Tomlin, you can kind of put those two in the same mix. I mean, the only difference is Tomlin's got one more year on Harbaugh at that team. And look, sometimes, you can't fire 53 players. So sometimes, we did something unusual last year when we got rid of Canada mid-season or whatever, or 2 years ago. But, sometimes change is good. And sometimes the voice loses the message. Now, the players love him. And I understand that. He's a really great dude. But Terrell Austin is not a defensive coordinator. And the amount of money that they spend on the defensive side of the football to have performances like they've had all year is ridiculous. Even Artie Smith is the OC, was a slight upgrade from Canada. Instead of 3 runs and a punt, it was 2 short passes and a punt. So, for me, I think Tomlin went into the idea, you finally heard people at the stadium fire Tomlin. You never heard that before.
No.
The fans, they're done with that. And for me, it's like I kind of figured, after they got embarrassed by Texans, I kind of, Houston or whoever, that was going to be the end result. Now, whether he stepped down on his own or if they politely asked him to step down so they didn't have to fire him, who knows? But it was a change that needed to happen. Now, as far as who they're going to get, it's going to be somebody obscure that's young, and that's who they're going to roll with. You got McCarthy. That might be one way you get Rodgers to stay if they bring him in. But for me, I'm looking for like an offensive. They're going to go defensive side of the football because that's Steeler philosophy. Defense wins championships. So it's going to be another defensive guy. But I would rather them get somebody that is an offensive mind like Kubiak, somebody that has, a good offensive scheme and plan to take advantage. Like I really think Will Howard needs to get a shot and see what he's got. Like they're all talking, oh, you got to draft a quarterback this year. We don't even know what he can do. And he was really good his senior year when he won the Natty with Ohio State.
Yeah.
So, there's so many questions with that team. I just hope that, now that Tomlin stepped down, the only coach that I want to see back is Danny Smith, the special teams guy, Mr. Bubblegum. That's the only coach that I want back. I want them to start from scratch. New philosophies, new type of offense. Someone that knows how to run a defense, with all the players that they got over there that are, Pro Bowlers, ex-Pro Bowlers, and then you get embarrassed like that in a playoff game. Again, I think the last 5 playoff losses we had are by 2 touchdowns each game. Like D-Dub said, we tried all this other stuff. Well, so we. Now, now it's time to move on. So we'll see who they pick. And like I said, it'll be somebody you never heard of, probably.
Does Aaron Rodgers stay?
The only way he stays is if they bring in McCarthy, because he has ties, or if Matt LaFleur decides to come to Pittsburgh.
Gotcha. DA, your thoughts on Mike Tomlin and the Steelers situation? Is DA still there?
Yeah, man. I'm just back and forth. I think it was a good move on both sides. If he didn't feel like he was impacting wins and losses, and maybe he was too loyal to some, the biggest thing with these coaches and head coaches is that a lot of times they don't get fired for what they do. They get fired for what other people underneath them do, or what they don't do with people underneath them. Offensive coordinator, this coach, that coach, whatever, and you stick with a guy that, kind of messes you up. I don't think the Steelers are as far away as people think. I think they get Malik Willis. What's the D coordinator from Minnesota? He's from Brooklyn.
Flores.
Flores.
Willis. They got to just address all the money they're spending on the back end of that defense, Ramsey and those dudes, and let them go. Maybe get a trade or two for one or two of those guys. They don't need to draft a quarterback, or they would have Will Howard, and they can get Malik Willis as a free agent from Green Bay, and that's 2. And no one carries more than 2, and they'll be fine. And yes, they're going to get a defensive guy, but they need a defense. Yeah, their defense is absolutely horrible. So, and it's weird because you're not building around TJ. You're probably building around Highsmith and the other kid in the middle from Ohio State.
I'd be building around
Sawyer.
Herbig.
And Sawyer. Who you say?
Herbig. That's who they need to build it around. I would let Highsmith go.
I like Highsmith.
I like Highsmith too, but he makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you look at the stats of when Herbig's on the field, like he only gets to play like 14 plays a game, but he ends up with a sack, pass deflection, or an interception, tackles for loss. He's always impacting the game.
Yeah, he can play.
And they just don't play him.
They have to, things like that will be probably a new coach would probably sort that out. But yeah, I think Pittsburgh will be fine, man. They just have to find a coach. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think they're that bad of a situation.
Shout out to all those in the comments, to B-Lac, to Finance, and to the Angry One. Appreciate y'all. D-Dub, your thoughts on the Steelers situation here?
Yeah, I want everybody to put it in the comment section. I think the Steelers is in trouble. To be honest with you, they ain't got the quarterback is gone. Rodgers, go pack it up. It's time to go sit down and chill out. You're not it. If you bring Mike McCarthy there, no, I'm not even going to bring you halfway across the country and tell you to go home. No, I'm not going to do you like Aaron Glenn did you. I'm just going to pack you up and be like, nah, it's been good, man. You're 40-something years old. It's been great. You had flashes. You had a great year. I'm not going to take that away from you. You did good. But I think the Steelers we already know they need a quarterback. All right. So again, I've been wanting to say Tomlin has been a victim of his own success by winning. And listen, you can't be a good team in the NFL being in the middle. You either got to take an L and tank out or close to tank out so you get what you need. And what they need is a quarterback. So, and by them not doing that over the years and just keeping them right in the middle of the road, middle of the pack, this is what you get. I mean, yeah, he's won, and he's won play. It got to a playoff and won, but again, you don't address some of the things you need. And I'm like, and DA, I mean, I disagree. I mean, if it was, to get Malik Willis, like why didn't they get this stuff before? You know what I'm saying? Why did they think to get a 40-year-old quarterback?
Because it was not more of a. It was what they thought could happen. They could have got Malik Willis. That wouldn't. They could have got him last year.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But why didn't
they wanted Aaron Rodgers?
I got that, but that's not again. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted, and that's what it keeps you. That's what keeps you in the middle, and this is what keeps. And then you have a firing.
Yeah, I disagree.
You know how I feel about that. I just think you got to suck. You got to go all out and lose.
Everybody says that, and I understand, but some teams just ain't built to do that.
I got it, but then
some teams got history that they're dealing with, and they're like, "Yo, we just don't have losing seasons," and that's basically what.
But then I don't want to hear you complaining about, I
don't know if I heard them complain. I just
they would complain when you say fire Tomlin. That's you're
them.
Complaining.
Yeah, that's complaining about something. But my point is, that I don't know if it's about because like I say, this is the point for me, and this is for me. Playing skellies to playing football, man. Don't like to lose. And if you're playing, you don't like to lose. Now I understand that you tank to get there, but I've seen teams get there without tanking. But they don't necessarily everybody says, they need a quarterback. There's no guarantee that the quarterbacks coming out of college are any good.
Exactly.
I got it.
But you don't have a guarantee. You don't have a guarantee.
Cleveland. How many number one quarterbacks do they had in the last 30 years?
You can draft a quarterback and he not be any good. So I mean, I think the chances of that changes now because of the NIL and the cats is getting money and they're staying in college longer, which will help. But again, you may already have it. So, like for me, I go back to my statement is, it's your scouting and your people say, okay, what do we have? What do we not have?
This is all I'm saying.
But Tomlin wasn't the scout. He's the head coach. Different role.
Got it. I get it. I understand that.
He took some players that he wanted. Didn't take some players that he wanted. The whole thing. It's an up and down thing because you got to balance the budget and all the rest of that stuff. I think Tomlin was a hell of a coach. I heard it on TV the other day, and I think it makes sense. Jeff Saturday said it. He said, "Okay, I know everybody is man, we only be in the middle and this, that, and the third, and gets to the playoffs and he don't win." Okay, would you rather that or a team that don't get to the playoffs?
I think
NFL
that
teams,
sounds good. That sounds cool. But
NFL
people want to win, man.
They have gone 10 years not getting to the playoffs, which means they got high draft choices and they still didn't get to the playoffs. There are no guarantees. So
there's no guarantee in nothing. Dan Marino, we know that.
But if you're talking about from a team, a fan perspective, and an owner perspective, you would rather win, have people in the stands, and try to build your team up. I think they can be okay. I don't think they're a horrible team.
When there's no fans in the stands, because they're not going to come after a while.
I don't think that's ever going to happen in Pittsburgh. So I think they have a built-in. Now Pittsburgh is they travel the best of any team. I mean, you see more Pittsburgh fans in the other stadiums than you see the home teams, and people always go to Pittsburgh Steelers games because of what they are.
Yeah, being in either winning or being in the middle. But Pittsburgh hasn't sucked in quite some time.
No, and that's the thing.
It's been a long time since they sucked like the Jets and the Browns.
They're trying to do that. Because, like you said, you just named two teams. The Jets have sucked forever. They've got
high stadiums half filled.
Yes, but they get to the point of they get high draft picks. They do that. They get this coach. They do that, and they still don't win.
I get it. There's no one fit answer. I don't think there's one size fit all.
Yeah, they're going to be very slow. They're going to be very meticulous on finding the coach.
That's
They're going to
fine.
fill the spots that they need. They'll check to see how much money they got. As like Dan just said, if they're paying Highsmith too much, maybe they can sell them for picks. They can trade them off. You know, and they got a young kid behind them that's doing the same thing. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you got TJ on the other side who's, you know, getting a lot of damn money. I think Hayward will probably be retired in a year or two. So you got to replace that. You know, got to get your linebacker core together and definitely get rid of Ramsey and a lot of these expensive DBs you got that ain't doing nothing.
And that's
Now,
in hopes if your scouting team scouts right and gets the right players.
That's what you.
So there's no guarantee in none of it. None of this stuff is a guarantee.
Right. Every team has to hope. But if you have a philosophy and the way you run things as a team, you're going to keep doing it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
D-Dub, just do me a favor. Turn and look at the mirror and look at your hat, because it's the same thing with your team. Everything you just saying is the same thing about the Giants. When the last time they've been good? When's the last time they went to the playoffs?
10 years.
No. We just came from the playoffs not too long ago.
Well, we was one and done, but
you can poo-poo it all you want to, but we went there.
I'm just saying.
I don't care.
You can say about every team that didn't
just told me
playoffs.
about the whole getting to the playoffs. You've been to the playoffs.
Well, that was me. But
well,
yeah,
either one of y'all, they're saying the same
I
thing.
don't have
What
a
I'm
problem
saying
with
is,
the Giants going. I'm just saying that, and you said it. You know, it's not one size fits all. Different teams are going to do things based upon their philosophy.
There's a different structure.
Yeah, that's just
ownership.
gonna be it. And I you know, like I said, I believe that because I have a team that rarely sucks.
Well, you did want them to suck this year, though.
I did want them to. I
you
wanted
did.
them to.
Yeah.
It's not because, and it's not because any other reason than all the injuries we had in the first half of the season. I was like, oh, we just give it up, man. Too many injuries.
Well, no,
but we're there.
Let me get Ryan in here. Ryan, we're talking about Mike Tomlin. Good evening, Ryan. How are you today?
Ryan, how you doing, sir?
Ryan, yeah. Ryan, we can't hear you. There you go. Oh, we got another member coming on there. Yeah.
Oh. Saturday. What up, Mike Bibbles? How you doing? It's Ryan, I can't hear Ryan.
Greetings. You hear me?
We can hear you, Mike, but we can't hear Ryan. Ryan, as soon as you fix your audio, we'll get to you. Mike, we'll talk about Mike Tomlin. He's gone. Your thoughts? Well, first of all, your thoughts on the Giants first, then go to Mike Tomlin, and then Ryan should be able to fix his sound.
My thoughts on the Giants is one man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's a fact.
I mean, I don't think Harbaugh is a bad coach. I wish him all the best in New York. I feel he took Monken with him, and I like Monken as an offensive mind. I wish he didn't go away from the run much, but, you know, we'll see. But I think that's cool for the Giants. I want to see if he takes Zach Orr, since, you know, he think he know everything. Let's see if he takes Zach Orr with him. But shout out to Harbaugh. You know, the Giants wanted him, and they went in and did what they were supposed to do. If you see the candidates you like, don't play. Go get what you want.
Yeah, I got it. Can we hear Ryan now? I don't know if we can hear Ryan. No, Ryan's still working on that. All right, thoughts on? Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you now. I think we can.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, sir. Yeah.
Listen, everybody's basically saying the same thing, just from different angles. From what I'm hearing, you're talking about Harbaugh and Tomlin. You're talking about 19 years for Tomlin, 18 years for Harbaugh. They've had tons of winning seasons, and that's all you want as a fan base is putting your team in a position to make the playoffs and hopefully go on a run and get lucky and make the playoffs. Like DA said, and D-Dub said, a lot of teams have just sucked and haven't even sniffed the playoffs for years. That's all you can ask for from a fan base is having a winning record and putting yourself in position to win. Now, have they won? No, you're not going to win all the time. But at least they were there, and at least they put their teams in a position to win. I think any team that gets Harbaugh or gets Tomlin it's a good thing, because 19 years and 18 years, that's a lot of years to be in one place, no matter what you succeeded in. No matter if you have 5 Super Bowls, 19 years and 18 years, that's a long time. And sometimes you just need another voice. And that's all it is. They're both great coaches, great hire by the Giants. It's going to give them stability. And that's what you want. You want stability. You want a coach who's been there before, who has a track record. Has a track record always been great? No, but it's been good too. So I think it's a positive move for the Giants getting Harbaugh. I wanted him to go to my Titans, but it didn't happen because the Giants are basically giving him everything he wants. It's a great market. You have great players. You have some young, good players on the Giants team. So I think it's a good deal. But everybody's saying the same thing. We all know these coaches are awesome, man. But do they have their flaws? Sure they do.
Of course.
Yeah.
But 19 years and 18 years is a long time to be at any job, especially a professional job, whether you won on a high level or didn't. So that's my take.
Gotcha. Nah, like I said, man, both guys, 19, 18 years respectively in their roles as head coaches for both teams. And, you're gonna win, you're gonna lose, and you're not gonna win all the time, man. It's just what it is. And I agree with Ryan. I think we're all saying the same thing, but just in different ways. It's kind of like doing division, right? Some people like to do long division, some people like to do it the new way, or whatever the case may be.
And some folks don't like to do it at all. So.
Right. And Tomlin and Harbaugh, they're setting their ways.
But like I said, one thing, because I got to go to work. Listen, fellas, real talk. In the words of Ricky Bobby, if you're not the winner, you're the first loser. So the reality is, going to the playoffs for me, even if you don't win, is a good move for me.
Absolutely.
Right? Because
absolutely.
There's another 30, it's only 31 teams ain't win either. They might have went a step further, but at the end of the day, they ain't got no trophy. They ain't got no Lombardi. And that's what's importante, is that. That's what they're all playing for. So, however you get there, you get there.
Do you believe in Brock this weekend before you
go? No, man.
Damn.
But no, I listen, I'm gonna keep it real. And I didn't believe in them last week and we won. So
I don't know why you did.
And listen, and dude didn't have a good game.
No, he didn't.
He threw the ball to the other team twice. It was just Philly, and their offensive coordinator was so bad that they didn't do nothing with it. But dog, we got nobody playing. It may happen. And the great thing about it, this is just to your point, D, right? So say we don't win this game.
All right.
You know what we got over the course of this season? Young players on the roster that played that we can now say, oh, man, yeah, we can move this dude into this spot and get rid of this dude that we paying so much money to.
That's a fact.
This dude came up, and did this and did that. And when Fred Warner and this one comes back and that one come back, we'll be even more solid. Like I said, there's a lot of ways to win it, and there's a lot of ways to get players, and this may be one. The next man up. We played
again. I
6, 7, and 8 on our thing, and we got Hendricks. He was playing Madden 3 weeks ago. He wasn't playing with nobody.
Well, DA, like I said, again, you're right. I think, and Ryan, you're right too. I mean, I think we all right in its perspective. However you look at how you want to win, how you gotta try this thing. Like you said, the 49ers. I mean, if you lose, you look at it, your perspective. Look at this guy, look at that guy. I may not have to bring back this guy for this amount of money. So and you can still win.
The crazy hard thing, fellas, is that hitting on the quarterback coming out of college in the draft is like 25%.
Gotta be lucky.
And there you go, Ryan. Gotta be lucky.
So that's why I wouldn't bet on tanking to get something that might not be good. Right? So you get to be number one. And dude, what's the dude name in Oregon? He said, man, the Jets? No, I'm going back.
No, I'm going back.
I'm going back.
He said, I'm going back. I said, oh no.
And the funny thing is the Jets might be bad next year.
He might exactly, D.
And he'll go back again because he's only 20.
Can't go back no more.
You know, but he knew he needed more reps. He hasn't played a lot in college.
I agree.
I understand you, but there were years, Ryan. We know we went through a time with Mark Sanchez.
Guys just came
Donald, what's the dude that played for the Jets that went to BYU, where they was taking a whole bunch of dudes that only played 1 year, getting them paid. Now it's coming back to the Parcells 31 starts. Minimum. Now it's going back to that, you know. And he had a bag. He wet the bed against Indiana. Excuse me, but he should have. Wonder why? Indiana's team is average age 24 years old.
23 and a half. Absolutely.
They're men. They're all transfers. They're all grown men. And yes, when they play Miami, the starting wide receiver on Miami is 18 years old. Number 10.
Malachi Tony.
Yeah, he was 17 playing most of the season.
Yeah, he was 17 against Notre Dame, the first game of the season. He was 17 years old.
The DBs on Indiana are 24 going on 25. All right, when we joke about those four transfer dudes that went to 4 schools and now they 20-something years old, well, they all in Indiana. Yeah. So it's easier to hit on a D lineman, linebacker, something else in the draft than it is a quarterback for sure. Because people will say right now that Trinidad Chambliss, this one and that one are better than Mendoza. Mendoza only had 1 good year of football, yo.
It's the measurables. They're looking at the measurables. They're looking at the height. They're looking at
he wasn't that good at all at Cal season before this one.
I think Ryan brought up the other day when
he was all right. He's all right.
Just all right, Ryan. He was like what, the 7th round, 5th round draft pick out of Cal?
Right. I mean, his stats not gonna blow. Yeah, his stats not gonna blow your way.
He don't even have Heisman stats this year. He only got 3,600 yards.
It was a weak Heisman class.
30-something touchdowns. Joe Burrow had 5,700 yards and 48 touchdowns when he won his. So it's all perspective, fellas. But I love y'all, and I gotta go get this bread. So y'all have a great.
Go ahead, a good night, brother. No, and it's the measurables with Mendoza, right? It's the measurables. He has good size, good release, plays the pro system, can dissect the running offense and dissect the defense. So it's the measurables. Like I said before, I didn't know Trinidad was that small. He plays a lot bigger to me, but 6 foot. You know, the NFL loves measurables, man. They love hand size, they love height, they love build, so they're always gonna side on the side with the guy who has the bigger measurables or the best measurables.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, you're right. Because if you go to the combines and everything, you know, it's hand size, it's this dies and all that. Before we get off of football, real quick, we'll go back to it real quick. Mills, your thoughts on? Yeah, I don't got Harbaugh no more. Who y'all looking for a coach now?
Man, at this point, it's like they pulling the name out the hat because every day I wake up, it's another name, another rehash, somebody else. If I had my choice, I want Clint Kubiak, Seattle's offensive coordinator. I want him. But look what he got Sam Darnold doing. He got him looking Super Bowl worthy. They run that same zone block screen his father did in Baltimore when he was our offensive coordinator. I want Clint Kubiak. Rest of these names, I'm not interested in Stefanski. I don't want Schwartz. I'm good on all these guys. Let me get a new coach. Let me get somebody who having their first chance out there.
Okay, so you want what the Giants didn't want. We what's that? The young hot assistant, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good enough. We'll get back to this real quick. Dan, what you got for us for hockey, man? Before we.
It's been a crazy, probably like 6 weeks since the last time. Well, it's probably been a month since we last talked really about hockey. But the power rankings got Colorado still at number 1. And they had a devastating, month. They lost 2 more regulation games, so now they're 33, 4, and 8, which is just ridiculous that they've only lost 4 games so far this season. And I think they got 74 points in 45 games. So we're a little over halfway of the season.
Yep.
Yeah, they're 19-0-3 at home, unlike the Rangers.
I knew that was coming. Yo, bro,
we got to talk about them here in a bit. And then I got Tampa, which this is kind of the crazy thing, like this season's been. So you had Edmonton, they came out the gate slow. Obviously, they've lost the last 2 Stanley Cups, and they played a lot of hockey. And for some reason, that happens to them every year. But like recently, you had I watched Buffalo and Philly play last night. Buffalo's won 14 of 16 games. And they were at the bottom of the division. What is that? I believe they're in the Atlantic. But they were way down there at the bottom, and now they're in a wild card spot with 54 points.
Yeah, there you go. They're going to up the standings.
And you don't get to see Buffalo play a lot on national TV and the like. So we actually getting to watch them. They're a really good young team. And the goaltender they got, I don't know if I caught him on a good night, but he absolutely robbed. I'm trying to think of the kid's name. But Tippett had the puck on the far side, and he had the honor of the shot, and he zipped a pass over to this guy who one-timed it, and he did the splits, and he went from one side of the net completely to the other, glove save. Yep, it was a really nice save. But they got Thompson, Tuck. What really impressed me, Shane Doan's kid. He was out there. He was with, I think, Arizona, and then he moved to Utah, and he got traded to Buffalo this year. But he's just a demon on the defense, back checking. And one back check that he lifted the guy's stick, put the puck up the boards to his teammate, and they went right in and scored. So Buffalo, they may make a little noise come down the end of the season here.
Yeah, we was I was just saying we was concerned about Tampa Bay earlier, and
well, they're the other one. They won 10 straight,
right?
And they've had enough time to rest and get healthy.
That would be 11, sir.
11 games straight. Yep, 11 game win streak.
But they're playing kind of like Florida hockey. Not only are they beating you on the scoreboard, but they're beating you up on the ice. I saw the other night. I'm trying to think who it was, but they were just pummeling people. But I got them at number 2. I got the Wild at number 3. Our first big trade of the season. Hughes got traded from Vancouver to the Minnesota Wild. And a little caveat to that, I wouldn't be surprised to see Malkin get traded to the Minnesota Wild before the deadline.
Really? Y'all going part ways for your man?
Yeah.
It's time.
It's kind of like we were talking with Tomlin.
It's time.
These guys have played 20 years together.
It's time.
It's time to let these other kids play. We got some really good young kids in Wilkes-Barre that they need to find time and space on the roster for. But Billy Guerin, he's the GM there. He used to play in Pittsburgh in their cup years. So won't shock me if they trade him there, which would be a good move because then he could play with Kaprizov.
Mm-hmm.
And then at number 4, I got Dallas. Number 5, the Red Wings. like we were talking, surprise teams. They've been fine so far. They're right behind Tampa by 1 point. They played 3 more games, but they're second in the Atlantic, and then they got Carolina. They've been hanging on. Carolina, I know they're probably getting frustrated because all the injuries through. They got Purvis back, which that enslaved them. But it's kind of like with the Penguins. Like we were on that like streak where we were like the Rangers, we couldn't win. But then we got a couple guys back, Lizotte, Brezzo, and then it's like, to me, Carolina is kind of like Pittsburgh. Like if you have the lineup set up, guys where they're supposed to be and don't have to make changes because of injuries, the chemistry on Carolina is so good. But you take Jarvis out of there and it changes the equation, and then they struggle a bit.
Yeah.
To me, it's time to move on from Freddie Anderson. This Brandon Bussey kid has been playing really well for them in the net. I would have him and Kochetkov split the time, but Kochetkov, he can't stay healthy either. So see what Carolina does here coming up. We got the no movement here for the Olympics coming up. So see if we get a couple trades before that happens. If not, it'll be after the Olympics is over. But at number 7, I got Montreal. Number 8, the Islanders, which, they got that rookie defenseman Schaefer, and he's helped turn that team around. And then number 9, I got Buffalo. And like I said, they're playing again tonight. They're actually playing Montreal tonight. So we'll see if they can keep I think they lost to Columbus 5-1 the other day for their loss. But they've been doing really well. Like I said, they're 14-16. So it's like we got all these teams going on streaks.
Yeah.
Number 10, I got the Vegas Golden Knights. Honorary mention would be Toronto at 11. They've been playing really well. They should be getting Stolars, their goalie, back. That's a good game. I believe it's the second game tonight on national TV, but Toronto plays Vegas in Vegas. So that's the Mitch Marner game. They'll be playing against their former teammate. But other than that, like we were talking, we'll see what happens with the Olympics. If they get the building built in time. I don't know how you have 4 years and you still don't have an arena completed.
Well, I'll stop you right there, Dan. I'm with you, man. How do you know that you had, usually you get noticed like, hey, like, the LA Olympics, we know that's coming up, right? So hopefully the city of Los Angeles is preparing for that. And where they having the Olympics at over the Winter Olympics?
I believe Italy.
Right. So you have all this opportunity this time, and they say the building's not maybe up to par and all that stuff, and might not be finished.
So they had a test game, I think, the other day, and they had the whole play because they had a hole in the ice.
They had a what?
Hole, like where the ice came up, like a chunk of ice was missing. Yeah, I was like, wow. But that's the thing is, like, if the players go over there, skate on it, not comfortable with it,
no,
they're going to pull out.
No, well, not with those $1 million contracts and all that stuff. No, I don't blame them. I don't blame the NHLPA. They shouldn't be letting them play anyway if it's not safe. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But the other crazy thing, since I think December 4th until like now, McDavid is on a point streak. I think he's got 47 points, 46 points in like 12 games, something like that. Like, it's just unreal, the point totals that this guy's putting up right now. And I watched him the other night. I think he had 5.
Yeah, Dan, 82 points, 30 goals, 52 assists.
Yeah, but he's got 47 of them in a month.
Yeah.
Which is, and that's, they started out slow. He didn't have a lot of points. at the beginning of the season. Now him and Draisaitl are heating up because I think Draisaitl is second in that the last 30 days with like 36 points. And I think Celebrini in there and maybe Kucherov.
The last 20 games, he's McJesus, as they call him. He's 19 goals and 46 points last 20 games.
Yeah, he's doing okay. But I do got to talk about your Rangers. Oh my goodness.
Well, go ahead, man.
No, man. Like
they have gotten their ass kicked last. What was it? Sunday when I was watching. They was on the national game. Was it Sunday or Saturday? I think Saturday. And I said, well, New England is playing the Jets, the Giants, and they scored.
And Wednesday. What was it? Wednesday night.
Wednesday night they got.
It was out of control. I was like, oh my god.
They've given up 18 goals in 2 games.
And it's not the goalie fault.
No. So, well, Shesterkin, I don't know what happened with him. It was like, I don't think he got like a non-contact injury. I don't know if it's a hip, because usually that's an issue with goaltenders, lower extremities, hips, that kind of thing. But since he's been out, I felt bad for Jonathan Quick against the Bruins. Oh my Lord. Like, I mean, lucky I'm not a Bruins fan, because I'd have been hoarse from singing. I mean, your poor goalies. I mean, they had to take them to the trauma unit for burns on the back of the net. That red light was cooking them. I mean, it was just bang, bang, bang. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, the donuts are hot, man. The donuts are
They
hot.
had 2 hat tricks by 2 Bruins in the same game. I was like, yo, here's my question. Does Sullivan make it through the season?
That's a good question.
Like, we're talking one and done. He might not get it one.
No.
And I don't like to put causation on a player.
Sounds like you're ready though.
Yeah, I am.
Sound like it's coming.
But no, I just want to see if I'm crazy or not. Since you made the trade for JT Miller, you guys have struggled. Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right.
Facts.
And like, you got rid of Kreider, sent him to Anaheim.
Semi-clean house.
Goudreau, you let him go. And it's like, when I watched, seriously, I watched that game and I was like, you guys can't break out of your own zone. Like, if you watch a good hockey team, it's tape to tape, bang, 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 and they're out of the zone. With the Rangers, they just seem to, like, they can't make the first pass. They'll miss the pass, or they just dump the puck to center and wait for the other team for the next wave to bring it in. Like, their breakouts, they absolutely need to work on that, because that'll kill you. If you can't make tape passes in your own zone and get the puck out, it's going to be a long shift. You're going to get tired. You're going to take penalties because you're tired. And then, the puck's going to be in the back of your net a lot, which against Senators, they gave up 8 the other night too.
Right. They gave it, yeah. I mean, I just know my notifications kept going off from my phone. I was like, well, dang, it's going to be one of those kind of nights too.
And it's like right now, the Rangers are the bottom team.
Yeah.
In the East.
Yes. Well, Dan, it seems like the ownership still has faith in him and the general manager, Chris Drury, right? So I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it's a coaching issue, but
yeah, from what the coach says, it's a culture issue, and the players inside, it's the locker room. What say you?
I mean, that's what we talked about, it, right? A lot of your character guys, they moved out. Trouba, Kreider, Goudreau, and then Panarin, he gets his points here and there. Same with Zibanejad, but it's like they'll play good for 2 minutes and then stink the other 18 minutes of the period.
So that sounds like a general manager issue where he needs to find the players.
Yeah, I think Panarin's going to be gone,
Okay.
They'll probably they're either going to get him signed before the break, or he'll probably be moved because they got to do something.
I'll say this. Was it James Dolan was on the Carton show back on WFA in his first week on WFA in New York, and and I've been on record that says Dolan doesn't mess with the Rangers. He'll fool around with the Knicks. He leaves it up to the general manager, to Chris Drury, whatever. I think to a default, man. In my opinion, I and of course, he's been on record and he's done some things. I think he got it right now with the front office stuff with the Knicks. But I think he just leaves it way too much, my opinion, for Chris Drury and them. And like D-Dub said, there's a culture issue that has been going on the last couple of years. And like you said, some of the big character guys, they have moved on.
So it'll be interesting to see what the Rangers do. Like, are they going to sell before the deadline, or are they going to?
Go ahead, man, because you're not going to get no better.
In a bottle, like Buffalo.
No, it ain't no lightning nowhere.
I don't know, man.
I don't see it.
It's just really like unusual to watch a Rangers game and just be like, this isn't like the minor league team. It's the professional team, and they can't even get out of their own zone.
Yeah.
Would you say that goal light burnt, giving them some SPH 40?
Yeah, they were out there wearing sunglasses. It was going off so much.
Yeah.
I thought maybe, hey, maybe they got a malfunction at the Garden, or TD Garden up there in Boston.
Bad.
Oh, man.
Crazy stuff. But hey, Penguins are up 3-0.
Yeah, got that on.
We got the mustard jerseys on, so hopefully they don't choke it away like they've have a history of doing this season. See if they can keep the foot on the gas and get out of the building with a W.
Gotcha. Anything else, Dan, before I move on real quick to college football and preview?
Well, the only other, besides the big trade, was it Dean Evison, Columbus, that they fired him and replaced him with Rick Bowness. So we'll see. Like we were saying, some of these teams, they're struggling. Like Winnipeg, they've been up there every year for probably the last 3 to 5 years. Hellebuck gets hurt. Their goalie, they're down in the bottom with Vancouver. So see what happens with Vancouver, Winnipeg, Calgary, St. Louis. See if any of these teams make a move. The Predators are, they're playing it better. They beat Edmonton the other night in overtime. So we'll see. That's kind of the thing. And we're in that lull before the trade deadline.
Right.
Where, the break's going to kind of give teams the chance to kind of really sit back and look into their team. Do we feel we can move, on some guys, build for next year, or do we feel like we can make a run in the playoffs? Do we add? So I think once the Olympics is over, it's going to get busy real quick as far as player movement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's about all I got for that.
Dan, we appreciate that. And hey, we got y'all theme music coming up real soon, so I'm working on it. So have y'all theme music real quick. So have Ryan come out to let me just talk about the national title game. Ryan's laughing. The national title game. Just give y'all a couple of things real quick. We got denied for media credentials.
Did we? Hey, we gotta press them, man. We gotta start pressing, man. Yo, come on.
So I just want to let you know that I applied and they said, nah, we good, man. But tickets is out of control. Ryan could probably tell you that, man. Like the upper bowl is like $4,000. The parking is $700.
That's hard, no.
And no, check it. And they usually tailgate really hard down here for hurricane games, man. And guess what?
Charging you to tailgate.
Oh no, it's $700 to park, and you got to have a ticket to go in there.
Ticket. You can't even go. You have to have a ticket
You have to have an actual ticket to go inside the game and
to go
tailgate.
just to go on the parking lot. You have to have a ticket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is,
so what they're trying to do is I'm gonna keep it real.
Go ahead.
They don't want all the Miami locals there at the tailgate cutting the food.
I got no Miami music.
It's a national championship. They love their Canes in the 305, bro.
305 booty shaking music, man. Yeah.
So they don't want the quote unquote Miami real fans to come to this game. They're pricing them out.
They're gonna be across the street anyway, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, they don't want the bonnet boogers. They wanted the hood boogers. They want to keep them away.
That's what it is.
Yeah, price them out.
But then you got Michael Irvin on the sideline acting just like them. So I mean,
that's just Mike though. That's Mike being Mike, man. Mike was like that when he was on the team.
Mike needs to go see somebody.
Mike is being Mike.
I love his energy. I like what he does, man. I think
you would arrest him if he was in public behaving like that. Stop it.
Oh no, absolutely not. Mike, you haven't seen me in action, Mike. No, I don't care.
I would. Let's go. Come on.
He's old.
Wow.
He's doing what he's doing, man. I
was just telling the cheerleaders though. I don't want to see you with next to no women out. No. Come over here, Mike. That's the only thing. But Mike, you do your thing, brother. You all right.
Real quick, we'll go around the panel here. Like I said, we'll probably talk about this next week. Well, no, not probably. We more than likely will talk about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get Dan, your thoughts on this game. Got a prediction for me? Score? Whatever you got for me.
I just think Indiana is the best team in the country right now and have been all year. So I got Indiana. I'm guessing they'll probably put up 30, 35, probably like 30, 35, 28 type of game.
Okay. Appreciate that. Mike Mills, your thoughts? Miami, Indiana.
I don't trust Carson Beck. I don't know how he even got here. But I do like Miami's defense. So I think it's going to be close. But I think Indiana is just a little too tough. So maybe a 20-17. I think it's going to be close like that.
Okay.
The Miami defense knows when to lock in. Their defense really, they want them,
Gotcha. D-Dubs?
Hey, real quick, I hate that. Hey, what was the spread? What did we say the spread was? I think Monday we was talking. Or it's still saying 8.5. It's still, and Indiana
8.5. I don't like that. That's kind of wild.
It's an 8.5 spread. I'm still gonna go with. I would go with Miami to cover that, but I'm taking Indiana for the win. I think Indiana's. I'm with like Dan. I think Indiana is the better team, and I guess at the average age of 29, I guess everybody. Yeah, you should win. You should win, Indiana. If you don't, that's a shame on you.
All right, I'll take a chop out of this. That spread is too big for me. I would have to say that I think Indiana is going to win this game. If I had to pick a score, it would be 20-17. I just want this to be a good, entertaining game. Everybody,
I think we're going to get that.
Yeah. Hey, hopefully we'll get that. I'll leave the best for last. Ryan, who he was down here in the 305 when the last time they went to the championship and all that stuff. Ryan, what you got for us on this one, bro?
I'm all about the trenches, man. Miami has been battle tested since they lost those 2 games early in the season. They were basically in playoff mode since then from the regular season, and they've been winning. They've been making all the right big plays. They've been right there. Carson Beck surprised me. I did not think he was going to take Miami down there against Ole Miss, and that was an amazing drive by him. He made all the right decisions. I understand where Mike Mills said you don't trust him, but them being at home, and like I said last week, the mystique of the U with all those NFL Hall of Fame players on the sideline, I believe the Miami Hurricanes are going to win. I really do. I don't know how they're going to do it. I kind of have a blueprint. They're going to have to run the ball, obviously, but
Mark Fletcher.
And they've been doing that to every team. Now, the average size and weight for the Miami Hurricanes offensive line is 6'5", 330 pounds. The average size of Indiana's defensive line is like 280. If they control the rock and keep that offense of Indiana off the field, sort of like what they did with Ole Miss, that time of possession was telling. And because of all the self-inflicted wounds that Miami had, the game was close. If Miami can clean up the penalties like they've been doing and not hurt themselves in the red zone and get points, I think if the game is close, it's going to benefit Miami because they've been battle tested. And I'm picking Miami to win by 4 points.
Gotcha. 4 points.
Yep.
Should be good. The game's at 7:30. Somebody has something to say? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Yeah, 7:30. Game will be on. We will more than likely adjust the time for ours because I do not want to be in light of that. So we'll let you know, those that are watching. We'll more than likely adjust the time, move it up. Might be in the morning. We'll let you know as we move forward to that game. So definitely, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, there's some historical connotation to it, and Ryan is absolutely right. He is the NCAA is out pricing some folks.
And if you believe in numbers and things of that nature, the Miami Hurricanes are 5-0 or 4-0 in national championship games at home. So that's another issue. Like traveling, that's a big deal. Not having to travel, that should give you 3 points right there. I mean, that's a big deal, man. So we'll see. And again, there's no 5-star recruits on Indiana's team because, like we all said, they're transfer guys who have been in the college game for going on 5-6 years. They're like 22, 23 years old. So, but if you look at the teams, Miami is the more physical team. They've been the most physical team in these playoffs. They just have. And they've been battle tested. So, like I said, if the game's close, that bodes well for Miami. But you can't let Indiana go on an avalanche and just start.
Yeah, and Miami got them big boys in the trenches too, man.
Right. Just take care of the ball. You take care of the ball, and you got those 2 D ends with Mesidor and Bain, and you got to get pressure. It's sort of like the same situation with the Giants and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. It's the same situation. Can you get pressure with your front four, with just your front four?
And we did. We knocked the hell out of the
You did it twice in 2 Super Bowls. That's the key. Any quarterback is less of themselves when they get pressure. I don't care who it is. We saw it. Tom Brady is less of himself when he's under pressure. So if you can get pressure without having to send a blitz, and Miami don't blitz too much. And good news for the Canes, all those guys, the DBs that were hurt, most of them practiced. So they should be close to full strength. Except for the one guy who's going to miss the first half for the ridiculous targeting rule that you have to miss a whole half. You already got kicked out this game, but you got missed a half of another game for, which was borderline targeting. It was ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They got to change that. But it should be good, man. It should be good. And it's a great story on both sides, right?
Absolutely.
It's a great story on both sides.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Indiana. You know, my frat was founded on Indiana University. Shout out to Kappa Alpha Psi. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll be happy either way. I'm rooting for the view, but it's all good.
Whether in Miami, it's going to be football weather. It's going to be in upper 50s, lower 60s. So,
and that's a big disadvantage, man. They were hoping it was going to be very humid and sticky. Now the weather kind of
weather's kind of
dipped a little bit. Yeah, the cold front came at a bad time for the the humidity aspect of it.
South Florida, yes. Absolutely. Let me move on to the to basketball and let's go to the WNBA first. I'll start with Ryan, then I'll go with Dan. What's going on with the negotiations as far as the CBA? Where are we at?
Well, the WNBA and the WNBA PA, they issued a free agency moratorium, right? So basically, the CBA talks continues, it's just a hold on free agency right now, because normally free agency would have started by now. So there's players out there who are free agents, but they're still negotiating,
right?
Even though the CBA is over, so they're still negotiating. And they're asking the free agents to wait before with the negotiation. So it's just it's basically nothing's changed. It's just nobody wants a strike, because if they did want to strike, they would have striked already, because the CBA is over. But no, they both sides say, hey, let's just agree to, in good faith, let's try to get a deal done, and let's just hold off free agency. So they're like in a moratorium, hold like a freeze right now. So that's basically it.
Gotcha. Dan, you got anything?
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But the longer this goes, the worse it's going to be, because they got 2 expansion teams. Like, they haven't even put out the schedule for the league. What's going to end up happening if this goes another month before they can get a deal struck? You're going to have these buildings that they're supposed to be playing in, booking them for other things, because they're going to want their money, and they're not going to wait around forever, concerts and the like and whatever. So the scheduling might be a nightmare if they have to. They might have to play back-to-back games,
or shorten the season.
Yeah, or shorten the season, because they should have had the draft for the 2 expansions teams by now, the free agency, all that stuff. And from what I read, they proposed something to the league. I mean, it's been 2 weeks and the league hasn't even answered over the latest proposal that they put, other than it was going to cost them $700 million in losses if they went with that model. So they're far apart, and basically it's the revenue sharing, and until they figure that out, nothing else is going to get figured out. They're not even talking about it. So, like I said, it's unfortunate that they got to go down this road, and it's gone on this long, and they can't come to an agreement. But something needs to happen in the next 2-3 weeks.
Absolutely. Got you on that. Like the gentleman said, they're negotiating, and hopefully they'll get a deal done, and so you can have the WNBA back. Where you don't have to cut anything like that, or there doesn't have to be no crazy scheduling going on when you have some of these labor issues and things of that nature. So we'll move on to the NBA, to the fellas. Ryan, what we got going on in the NBA?
Well, the NBA today was a big day for the NBA for players who can be traded, right? Like the Jonathan Kumingas. He just announced that he was waiting for this actual date because he couldn't be traded yet, because he has signed his extension in the offseason. So he couldn't be traded until today. So he just came out and said, hey, you requested a trade because they're not playing him. And I just don't understand why. But the reports are that Steve Kerr never wanted to draft him. He wanted to draft Franz Wagner in Orlando. So that was his guy. But they went with Kuminga, and it's
talk about sabotaging the career. I mean,
yeah,
Jesus. That's nasty, right? Work for real.
Yeah, and the thing is,
need the ball.
And the thing is, what I'm hearing is Kuminga didn't even want to sign it. It was right. The veteran players like Curry and Jimmy and Draymond saying, hey, we want you. And he's like, all right, I'll sign it. And then he comes in and he starts off playing great. when he was playing. He was averaging like 18, 5, and 3. And then all of a sudden, nope, he's out the rotation, or he gets this spot start and then this, and then he gets hurt. And so something's going on with Kerr and Kuminga, but he should definitely, I would say, definitely get traded by the trade deadline, which I believe is February 5th is a trade deadline.
Who would be the takers for Kuminga? You think? Your thoughts?
Huh?
Who would be the takers for Kuminga?
Well, they're talking about Sacramento likes him a lot. Sacramento and Dallas. I've heard Dallas.
I heard LA.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy's super talented, man. And sometimes with a guy with that much talent, you just need a coach who believes in you. Yep. And you can, and it's so weird because you get the feeling that the veteran players, like I said, like Curry, Draymond, and Jimmy, want him to play, and he's just not. And Kerr they're just not playing him. And we saw that with Wiseman, with Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr has been against big men for a while. I think since
coach bigs that need the ball. If you are a big that needs the ball, Kerr can't coach you. He needs bigs that are going to set the screen and pass the ball one time. He don't want you to post up. He don't want you to dunk the ball back in. He wants you to catch it and pass it one time. Set the screen.
Bogut. Basically, that's what he turned Bogut into.
Andrew Bogut.
High screen. And remember, in Milwaukee, Bogut was putting in work.
Yep,
he was.
Bogut was putting in work.
Yeah.
Bogut fell in line, so Bogut got himself a ring.
Right. And
Zaza, he did the same thing with Zaza Pachulia.
Yeah,
Zaza fell in line. Zaza got a ring.
Correct. But with Kuminga, it's different because Kuminga's a wing. He's a 6'6", 6'7" wing who's super athletic that they're missing, that they need on a roster. And I just don't get it. So we should see some type of trade going on with the Knicks. I didn't like the comments that Mike Brown made, even though he's probably right. I think
about
that's
Cat.
About Cat. I think that's something you could say in the locker room.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
He eviscerated Cat last night, bro.
I mean, took his clothes off.
Yeah,
deserved it.
I mean, for real.
Deserved it.
No, I'm not saying Cat didn't deserve it, but there's a way. There's a way.
Time and place.
Time and place, and how you do stuff.
Listen, you rolled around on that floor. It's my time now. You embarrassed yourself, I'm embarrassed you too.
Hey,
Mike,
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm so sick of him rolling on the floor, dog. And I think I can speak for Ryan. We're not saying that he's not wrong or for what he's saying about him, but I just think doing it in front of everybody and press, I think that was behind closed doors type of deal.
And that's what got Mike Brown in trouble with De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, that's a
you said that, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yes, too soft, man. Listen.
I don't know.
Nah, Mike.
I get it, Mike Mills.
The effort you putting in.
Mike Mills, I get it. But that could be something that can be said behind in private and be like and get on his ass.
Nah. Exactly, Mike. You wouldn't want the boss man to come to you and disrespect in front of that. You know how yo.
Is this game one?
I'm saying the same. I'm saying the same thing about Ime in Houston. How many times on a bad game you gonna go in front of national media and say, "Oh, we're just soft"? I'm like, dude, you're not gonna be able to punk everybody every damn game. And it seems like that's what he wants to do is just punk everybody in submission. Dude, run some better damn plays.
I'm going to actually play what Mike Brown said last night. Let's go to the videotape here.
This guy's good.
Well, no, not yet. Hold on. I'm sorry. I should have had the. Go ahead, Ryan. I thought I had this queued up the right way, but go ahead.
Nah, no problem. No, but especially with Mike Brown just getting there. To me, I mean, dude, fall back a little bit, man. We know, we all saw it. And Cat is an emotional type of player. He's very emotional. And I'm not even gonna lie. Cat gets his ass kicked in the post, and they don't even call fouls for him sometimes.
That's a fact.
I mean, so it's a frustrating thing. Like, he's super skilled, but he's super clumsy at the same time. I don't even know if that makes sense. To be that skilled, but he's super clumsy. And
we on listen. Look at how he's looking at it. We're on a slump. This is my second best player, and he's been looking trash for the last 2 weeks. And all season, he's been doing this flailing and falling. He's frustrated right from the go. And it's New York City.
I get it. And Ryan, when I seen that clip this morning or this afternoon, I said, this seems like some trade stuff about to happen here pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely. I got it queued up right now. Hold on. Let me play what Mike Brown said last night.
Definitely sounds like some trade bait.
Something happened when he fell down. I think he drove, he fell down. When you fall down, you got to get up, you got to sprint down the floor. And even if you're the last guy down the floor, you got to get down there just in case there's a long rebound. But there was no urgency. Now, that wasn't the only play. There were a handful of plays where we did that, but there was no sense of urgency that particular play to get back. And it was a 5-point swing. If he at least gets down the floor, long rebound, he's going to get it because he's trailing the play.
So there you go.
I mean, Mike Brown was right, but I'm just saying,
absolutely right.
He's 100% right, but I'm just saying, I think it's going to lead up to something else, man. That's all I can say, and we'll see. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
And you also have to run more plays for the man too. He's a big. He can't. He has to get the ball from these guards. It's too many times. Brunson's assist total's got to go up, man. It's just got to go up.
And his turnovers got to go down.
It's got to go up. He has to come off the ball sometimes.
Yeah. And not to mention that he got hurt last night against Sacramento.
Yeah, and it seems like Brunson gets hurt on those like self-inflicted.
Yeah,
like,
it was nobody touched him.
And he's wearing these low tops, like he's wearing low top.
Hey! When I said about these low tops, nobody said that. Everybody's.
I'm just saying. I mean,
no, I'm getting it. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there because you mentioned it, and I'm just saying. What happened to the high tops, and you guys got. I don't know. I guess sneakers back then was no good either. So
they out here soccer shoes hooping now, but Brunson been on the ball more because Josh Hart been in and out the lineup all season.
Yeah, he just came back.
That's their only other ball handler because they got rid of DiVincenzo. Stuff like this comes to bite you in the back. You got rid of Randall DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo was another ball handler, another shooter.
Even Randall handled the ball a lot.
Randall could take the ball up too sometimes.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
You exchanging these things and you're not replacing them.
And my thing is the defense has suffered here as of late. They have not been playing good defense to me.
Yeah, I always said, man, it's going to be hard for you to have a great defensive team when your point guard, the head of the snake, is bad, and then your 4 or your 5 is also bad. Now you guys have great wing defenders in OG and Bridges and Hart and Deuce. That's good, but if you're just getting if the point guard or another lead guard is just blowing by Brunson and he's collapsing the defense, now you're in trouble.
Definitely.
And that's what it is, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
I think I agree.
But we'll see.
Gotcha.
We'll see. I really believe, man. You guys got it. I know I keep saying it. I know you guys don't want it. You gotta go and get Giannis, man. You gotta go and get Giannis. Got to.
I got you. But let me ask you one question. The hottest team in the league, which is the Los Angeles Clippers. What do you think about them? What's going on with them?
Clippers started off really bad. What's going on with them is, hey, it's Kawhi. Kawhi's finally playing. Hallelujah. Listen, it was never about Kawhi's abilities. Everybody knows Kawhi's probably the best two-way player in the league when he's right and when he wants to play. But that's the thing with Kawhi. Kawhi only wants to play when he's 100% or 99.9% healthy. He won't ever play through anything. And that's what you see now. You see Kawhi dominating the game. You see Kawhi when he was in Toronto on that championship run. That's what you're seeing. And now you have Harden that can fall back, and Zubac can fall back, and now you have Kawhi, and now everybody's playing their role. But Kawhi's been amazing in this run. Amazing.
Yeah,
definitely did.
Kawhi's been amazing. I mean, he looks like a top 5 player again in this stretch. And shout out to the Sacramento Kings. They've had a good week. They beat 3 top teams in the last 5 days. They beat the Lakers, the Rockets, and the Knicks last night. So shout out to the Sacramento Kings. I was on them hard.
Right there.
So yeah, man, it's just we gotta see. Look, it's a long season, 82 game season. You're gonna have lulls in the season, man. You're gonna have where you have back-to-backs, and it's just a long season. Every team goes through it. We just saw OKC just went through a slump. Where they lost 3 out of 4, and now they're like, okay, now we really ain't gonna get this record, so let's just fall back a little bit. So it's a long season, and that's the name of the game in the NBA. It's the marathon. It's the 82 game season. It's the grind. It's the playoffs. That's why when people say, "Oh, let's just shorten the season," man, you're taking away from the grind. You gotta grind this out.
You get Ryan some
grind it out.
No season here, man. Man up, play.
Grind it out, man. That's why you have 14 players, 15 players on the team. Next man up.
What do you think about Joel Embiid? Has he found his form?
Listen, that's a scary team, man. If they can put it together, and Joel can get his feet under him, and Paul George. I know Mike Mills is not a big Paul George fan, but
Embiid fan, I don't like neither one of them.
Right, I know, but Maxey, I mean, their guard rotation is insane, man. Maxey, VJ, the guy that played for the Knicks, the 3-and-D guy, the shooter.
Oh, Quentin Grimes,
exactly. Quentin Grimes, yeah, from the Houston Cougars. So they have a nasty, nasty guard rotation, and if Embiid can find his form, Paul George can find his form. They got a solid bench. They got a great coach, a championship coach. They can win the East if they get right. I mean, we all know the East is wide open. I'm very disappointed in Cleveland. We talked about that before. I think they're in the play-in right now, Cleveland.
Yeah.
And the Knicks and Cleveland were supposed to be the top 2 teams.
Yeah. And Darius Garland just went down. He's hurt too at the game with a foot injury.
Right?
Yeah, foot injury.
The Pistons are holding tight, playing good ball, because Pistons are always going to be in the game because they're always going to defend, and you're going to have Cade that controls the game. Cade controls the game. He controls the game because he's a big guard. He's 6'7", 6'8" guard who can control the game. So they're going to be right there. If Boston, I'm shocked what Boston's doing with all the injuries and all the players that left that contributed on their championship run. All those players are gone.
Brown is playing out of his mind.
Out of his mind, Mike Mills. Out of his mind. Playing out of his mind. Good call. So,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. What you got?
You mentioned trade deadlines within 3 weeks. Is John Morant going anywhere?
I think he's going to the Heat. I think John.
To the Heat?
Okay. That's where he just bought a house.
They say he just bought a house. Where he buy the house at? Down there, Gables.
Star Island?
No, not Star Island. Stop it.
But
somewhere in Coral Gables, I believe.
Yeah,
I want to know who the Heat gonna send back. Who they sending back?
Bro, did you see what the Atlanta Hawks got for Trae Young?
His stock. Right. I forgot what year it is. I'm sorry. I forgot what year it is.
Yeah, his stock is so low right now. They just want to get off of him. They probably gonna ask for a first round pick.
I remember when that didn't matter. I remember when they remembered what you could do and you got your worth. I forgot. It's teams are okay with being bad. So it was like, you know what? Just give us some big flops and the ham sandwich. You can have them. I forgot. My bad.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm thinking to make the money work. I'm thinking. I read something that maybe Tyler Hero and a pick. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I'm giving you Andrew Wiggins and maybe Jovic to make the money work, and maybe a second round pick. And if I'm Miami, you do that in a heartbeat. Because now, if it doesn't work, you can just trade them to somebody else. There's always a sucker. There's always a team
Every
all
day.
you need is one. All you need is one team to help facilitate your trade. That's it. When people say, "Oh, he's making too much money, it's untradeable," no contract is untradeable, especially if it's an expiring contract.
2 more names for you: LaMelo Ball and Zion Williamson. Anything?
I got a name after them two.
Yeah, I think any team would love to get LaMelo, because if you can just control LaMelo a little bit, he's got to go in a structured situation, and I think LaMelo can flourish. LaMelo can ball, man. But with Zion, I think they're stuck with Zion because they're not going to trade Zion and get a low value back because he was their number 1 pick, and no team is going to give up anything for him because he's always hurt.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then he always got drama. See, he was looking good, and then that stuff hit the internet, and now he back looking bad. Like
it's too much of a roller coaster.
Hey, my last one, Kev. Speaking of always hurt, Anthony Davis, and I just found out Cooper Flag is out too. He's ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Doubtful for the next couple games.
Yeah, Anthony Davis, I think, has a hand injury. He's gonna miss 6 weeks. They were saying that he might need surgery, but he doesn't need surgery.
He doesn't need. Yeah,
he doesn't need surgery. No. Yeah, okay. He doesn't need surgery. But they're looking to unload him too.
Yeah, that's the word on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What did I say when that trade went down? What did I say?
Of course, yep.
I digress. The guy I want to ask you about is Michael Porter Jr.
That's the name, Mike Mills. That's the name that a lot of name. That's the good name. A lot of teams are covered him up because he's been balling too. MPJ been balling. Out his mind. He's been balling. So that's
I just don't want no good team to get him and then destroy what he's doing because you can't limit his shots now. Like you see how he's playing, you just can't.
Maybe I know. I heard that and read that Golden State is interested in him, and maybe that's a Kuminga. Yeah, a Kuminga going, to make the money. Maybe a Kuminga and a Moody, and bring back Michael Porter Jr.
They saying 3 teams. Kuminga go to LA, Rui go to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
that's what they saying.
Yep, and then the whole situation with, with LeBron's agent coming out talking about trading Reeves for Jaren Jackson. I would do that if I was the Lakers. I would actually do that. Jaren Jackson is really good, man, and that's the type of player that they need because you can't play LeBron, Reeves, and Luka together. You just can't.
Yeah,
you're right. But Jaren Jackson stayed in that corner too much, man. He want to stay on that 3-point line.
He does.
He be killing me. It'd be like, boy, if you take 2 steps in and hit that mid, they'll play you different, and then you can go back out there, or then you can drive to the basket. But he want to stand there like a 3. He want to stand there in the corner. He be killing me. He kills me on offense. But his defense, yes, he hoops on defense. He helps, and he don't rebound enough for me neither. I don't understand it. I thought defense meant rebounding, but not in this day and age. These kids are crazy.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ryan, anything else? Well, Ryan skipped away here before we get out of here. We went over a little bit over. Just a couple of announcements, man. Like I said, the Monday Night Football Blitz, we will probably move to a different time. I compete with the national championship game on Monday night. We might do morning, we might do mid-afternoon, but it will not probably be at 7 o'clock. I'm going to tell you that right now. So, anything else, Ryan?
What you got? You guys hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear. Yeah, sorry about that. Had to plug in my laptop was about to die. You know, I'm good, bro. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Just a lot of trades going around that might have some value.
Yeah, trade rumors going around.
Yeah, a lot of trade rumors going around. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Gotcha. Thank you for Ryan. Thank you, Dan, for NHL and the NBA and the WNBA. 2 of them together. Applause for him, guys. Party shots. Mike Mills, glad to have you back. I know Mike has been working a lot. Glad to have you back, brother. What you got for us tonight, Mike, before we get out of here?
Nothing major. Glad to be back. Shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out to everybody that was here. Shout out to everybody that couldn't be here. Shout out to everybody who's gonna listen later. Nothing major. Peace, love, and shout out to Pakistan. I love y'all. Y'all love us.
Oh, the numbers is crazy though. I gotta share something with y'all. The numbers is getting crazy outside, man. So shout out to
Pakistan. Shout out.
Putting in that work, man. Putting in that work. Us, what you got for us, sir?
Yo, nothing too heavy. Good week. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy it. I think most people off Martin Luther King. Enjoy the Monday national championship game. Yo, this is the last weekend of a lot of good football. This is it. This is about the last, next to the championship game, but the last couple of teams. So,
you're not tapping
football is winding down.
You're not tapping into the United States Football League?
Oh, no. To be honest.
Man, football not over. It's only January. Football don't until June, man. Y'all gotta watch soccer. That's how I get over it.
Oh no, I'll let you. I'm going on vacation.
Dan, what you got for us, bro?
Nothing. Just shout out to everybody, on the panel, those that couldn't make it. Gonna enjoy this third period of the Penguins beating up on the Flyers.
4-1.
Yep, everybody, stay safe. Have a good weekend.
Gotcha. Appreciate that, Dan. Ryan, what you got for us, sir?
Oh, man, just always a great show, guys. And on this day, today in sports history, in 1965, one of the biggest trades in NBA history, the San Francisco Warriors send Wilt Chamberlain to the Philadelphia 76ers for Connie Durkin and Lee Schaefer and Paul Newman and some cash. Whoever those three guys are.
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain. And that's how the Philadelphia 76ers got the Wilt. So
yeah, they made the money work back then, right?
Look at that trade. Look at that trade,
right?
You said
go get Cat. Go get Giannis for Cat. Sorry.
Well, after that, who knows?
Who knows?
Get up, bro.
Who knows?
On the floor, man. Listen, I ain't got nothing heavy. Shout out to the DA. He had to run for work. Shout out to E. He was in the comments, man. So basically, we was all on here tonight, man. So it was a great show tonight, as usual. Shout out to all the guys on the panel. Me and DA was on View from the Stands podcast last night, man. We had a blast, man. That link will be in the description for tonight, man. Those guys are really cool, man. They out of Central Florida. And we had a blast with them, man, talking sports. And they like us. They talk all sports, man. So we had a blast with them. We're going to get them on this show. We're going to get on great with us in the very near future. So that's all I got for myself. So like I said, it's a long weekend. Hey, you got the NFL divisional games, man. Hopefully your team is still in it. Hey, side note, I said the Giants have not been in the playoffs in 10 years, and that's me just being a Giant fan. That's, hasn't had much success, but 2022 we did. We beat Minnesota, and then
we forget.
Yeah,
I thought we
was going through things to that. So, my mistake, my bad on that. But it was if we didn't do it that year, the last time
y'all was supposed to win that game. Let's put it that way. Y'all was supposed to win that game.
Yeah, I got you. Then face the eventual Super Bowl champions, man, the Eagles, man. But shout out to E was in the comments, and like I said, the DA who had to run, man. But listen, we're gonna go on that note. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O'Warren. Hey, shout out to the new opening, man. So shout out to D-Dubs for being and doing the music, picking out the music, and doing all the how can I say, the cinematic ideas. So this was all his ideas, man. So y'all pretty sure y'all really
just to freshen up.
Yeah, just to freshen up. New year, new things. So listen, we're gonna get out here. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O'Warren, your host for Dan K, the Hockey Dude, for Daryl D-Dubs Warren, for Ryan D'Souza, for Mike Mills, for the DA, and for James B. Warren. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers. Man, y'all be good, be great. Enjoy your holiday weekend, man. And hey, be safe. Peace.
You've been locked in with Sports Chasers, where conversation doesn't follow trends. It follows the game. If you rock with the discussion, tap in, subscribe, and join the community that keeps sports real. Until next time, stay locked, stay sharp, and keep chasing sports the right way.